British prisoners would be held accountable for anything that happened to Alan. We deplore the event which shall oblige us to shed blood for blood, and shall resort to retaliation but as the means of stopping the progress of butchery in the city. But Americans would do what had to be done. In the end, though the Congress deferred any decision to George Washington, the threatening draft shows that Jefferson saw the world as it was. Leaving Philadelphia on Thursday, December 28, 1775, he reached Monticello in the middle of January. It was a new year when he rode up the mountain. There were outward signs of life as usual. He opened a cask of 1770 Madeira and began to think about taking his wife back with him to Philadelphia to be an inoculum against smallpox. But the enveloping crisis could not be kept at bay. On Sunday, February 4th, 1776, he was sent a new pamphlet entitled Common Sense. The cause of America is, in a great measure, the cause of all mankind, wrote Thomas Paine. Jefferson could not agree more. Chapter 9. The Course of Human Events. For God's sake, declare the colonies independent at once and save us from ruin. John Page to Thomas Jefferson, spring 1776. The bells rung all day and almost all night. Even the chimers chimed away. John Adams, describing the reaction to the Declaration of Independence in Philadelphia, 1776. At about 7 o'clock on the morning of Sunday, March 31st, 1776, Jefferson's mother, Jane, 55 years old, was stricken with a stroke and succumbed within an hour. Jefferson asked the Reverend Charles Clay to preside over the funeral. Jane Randolph Jefferson was buried at Monticello. And seeing that his mother was moving around he held sacred, near others he loved, Jefferson made certain that she would always be part of his home and part of him. Jane's death disoriented her son. Already immersed in the most difficult and fearful of political enterprises, revolution and the creation of a new form of government, Jefferson was brought face to face with one of the deepest personal crises a man can experience. In their parents, children ideally have sources of protection and comfort and love. Parents can also be sources of irritation, fear, and anxiety. Their deaths thus represent both loss and liberation. The mix